This ongoing manhunt for Travis Decker is shaking the Leavenworth community to its core, with more road and campground closures expected as search efforts intensify. But here's where it gets complicated, and why residents and visitors should brace for disruptions in the weeks ahead. Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison recently shared with Fox 13 Seattle that law enforcement officials are gearing up for additional closures of trails and campgrounds. This is because the search to uncover new evidence in the case of Travis Decker, the prime suspect in the tragic murders of his 3 children, continues to expand and evolve. Sheriff Morrison emphasized that their approach is meticulous and deliberate. After a recent 2-day thorough search, several crucial items were collected and sent off for forensic analysis. Among these were bones discovered during the operation, which have now been forwarded to Central Washington University's Anthropology Department for detailed testing. Morrison noted that if these investigations suggest the need for more extensive searching, law enforcement will respond accordingly by widening their operations. "We are systematically broadening our search grid around the campsite," Morrison explained, highlighting the methodical nature of the effort. Federal, state, and local agencies have already closed multiple campgrounds near Leavenworth for a concentrated, boots-on-the-ground search involving over 100 FBI agents. This intensive operation recently covered approximately 247 acres, configured as an oval-shaped grid, considerably larger than the initial quarter-mile search zone. Morrison mentioned that they plan another search with federal partners slated for September, signaling a long-term commitment to this investigation. Understandably, these continued closures impact outdoor enthusiasts and locals who frequent these natural areas. Morrison acknowledged this inconvenience, but emphasized that the quest for justice for Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia, the victims, is paramount. Many people will have to accept these disruptions, but ensuring justice for these children takes precedence over anything else right now, he stated firmly. One challenging aspect of this search is the sheer vastness of the terrain. The potential crime scene encompasses hundreds of square miles, making it impossible to cover every inch all at once with the available resources. Morrison spoke candidly about these logistical hurdles, reassuring the public that the team is prepared to keep expanding the search footprint over time. Each phase is carefully documented using digital mapping and GPS technology, ensuring that no information is lost and future teams can pick up seamlessly where the last left off. Sheriff Morrison also addressed the difficult reality of finding human remains in such environments. Because wildlife and natural elements tend to scatter bones, discovering a complete skeleton is rare. He drew parallels to past cases, such as one involving a Green River killer victim identified through a single femur, and a local instance where a dog's discovery of a severed hand led to the recovery of additional remains. "It's likely we will find fragments rather than an intact skeleton," Morrison said somberly. Despite these challenges, the sheriff expressed deep gratitude toward all involved agencies, including detectives, federal partners, and the U.S. Forest Service deputies who continue to work tirelessly on the ground. He also recognized the emotional toll on the community, especially for the victims' families and friends, as the new school year begins without the 3 girls. "We hope that the return to school offers some structure and support during this heartbreaking time. But we know things will never be the same," Morrison reflected. He encouraged the community to support each other and the families, assuring them that law enforcement has not given up hope and remains committed to delivering justice and closure. For those wishing to support Whitney Decker, the mother of the victims, a GoFundMe campaign has been created to assist with expenses related to the investigation and to help her manage financially during this difficult period. To date, the fund has received generous backing from over 27,000 donors, raising in excess of $1.2 million. Anyone with information about Travis Decker's location is urged to contact the nearest U.S. Marshal's office or call the U.S. Marshals Service Communication Center at 1-800-336-0102. Tips can also be submitted online through their official channels. The complexity, scale, and emotional weight of this search raise important questions. How do we balance public safety and justice with preserving access to cherished outdoor spaces? Is the scope of the manhunt proportionate given the evidence at hand? And as this investigation unfolds over months, how does the community cope with ongoing disruptions and heartbreak? These are tough questions that invite diverse perspectives. What are your thoughts? Do you believe the extended search efforts and closures are justified, or do they impose undue burdens on the local community? Share your views and join the conversation. After all, justice, transparency, and community support go hand in hand.